Hi, I'm Darryn Farrugia and welcome. So this is the May update of my single stroke roll resolution, and it's been another very interesting month, and I'm learning so much in the process of doing this sort of obsession that I have, or this goal that I've set for myself of being able to play a single stroke roll at 200 for 1 minute. Now that doesn't necessarily sound like a major goal or a major achievement. It has been for me because it was one of those things that always eluded me, and one of the things that I get a great deal of satisfaction in life is knowing that I've achieved something that's always been difficult or been a challenge to me. So this is really what this is all about. You know, I'm not trying to compete in any competition or compete with the next drummer. I'm just trying to achieve a goal that was always important to me. So last month I talked about the disadvantage of playing with tight muscles and how some of the things that I practiced resulted in tight muscles and tension, which really did limit my ability to increase my speed. I've had pretty much the same experience this month, and so I've had to change areas or adjust or massage areas of my routine in order to eliminate tension, and I'm still doing it. So this morning, for example, I did some practice, went and had a coffee, and then came back to record this right now. And I really felt like I burnt my chops out. You know, there has to be a point where you say, okay, that's enough. I can't go any faster and I can't go any longer. So I'm feeling that a little today. So I'm going to talk to you a little bit about what it is that I've done. So the key to staying relaxed and not creating any muscle tension is making sure that you're not practicing too fast. Now remember that part of my practice routine involves playing on a dead surface, which is what I call the contraption, and that is a towel that's folded with an old drum skin sitting on top of it, and that offers no rebound at all. Now I went through a phase which I outlined in last month's video where I was trying to get fast on that surface, and that alone was just creating a lot of muscle tension. So I dropped my tempos back from something like 164 or 166 back down to 150. And I'm actually thinking about dropping it back again. I think the idea of that sort of practice, at least for me, is not trying to get that too fast, because in the process of doing that, you know, the forearm starts to feel really tight and the biceps certainly starts to tighten up. So by the time it comes to doing any other exercise or any other practice, then, you know, the muscle is so fatigued and so tight and tired that I can't really do anything else. It also means that I'm not allowing myself, or certainly not allowing my muscles, to react to rebound. And that was the thing that I found a bit strange at first, being able to control the rebound and be able to let my hands loosen up enough to react to the rebound that was being offered by the pad, and also being able to control that rebound. So the last 2 days, a lot more practice on the pad and less practice on the dead surface. On Monday, so today's Thursday, on Monday I had a pretty bad practice day. In fact, I was miserable to the point where I stayed up and, you know, went down that rabbit hole of looking at YouTube videos and trying to figure out what was going on. And I realized that I have a really incredible resource here, which is the Jojo Secret Weapons DVD, the first one, the hand technique video. And anyway, to cut a long story short, there was an exercise in that which I thought, well, I'll give that a go, and that really helped a lot. But the other thing that Jojo said in that was really, you know, you can't get fast with tight muscles, and so that's really been my quest. Unfortunately today I just got a bit excited and practiced a bit too much, but loose muscles are definitely the key here. So after that miserable day I had on Monday, I practiced a different routine, including one of Jojo's exercises. I've got to say it was the fastest and most relaxed I'd been for a long time. So I can't overstate enough that you mustn't you know, burn out your muscles. Just be aware of it. It's that feeling that you get, for example, if you've done too many push-ups, or you've done too much exercise, or you've run too far, or anything that you've put strain on your body, and then your body's just going through that process of of recovery and trying to heal itself and trying to mend itself so that you can sort of go about your daily business. So I've kind of done that a bit today. I'm a bit disappointed in myself. Anyway, having said all that, it's been a great learning process, and I'm learning so much about what my arms and hands and fingers are capable of and what they're not capable of yet. Anyway, I've made a couple of adjustments to my practice routine, and I'm going to discuss those with you. One of the things I've changed is I've altered my finger control exercise. So instead of starting with the 2-4 exercise and then going into the 3-4 exercise, I'm actually starting right on the 4-4 exercise, or the bar of 4-4. So I do the bar of 4-4 for a minute, 5-4 for a minute, 6-4 for a minute, 7-4 for a minute, and then 8-4 for a minute. So that's a 5-minute workout. I just felt that starting at 4 was a really good place for me to start after having done that whole routine for quite a few weeks. If you're interested in downloading a copy of that finger control exercise, I'll leave a link below for you to check out. So rather than just playing the single stroke rolls on the dead surface, I'm now playing them on the pad. And I'm using the Jojomo Exercise on the second disc of his Secret Weapons DVD under the heading of speed. It's a really great exercise. I'll just quickly talk you through it. So the idea is that you set the tempo to something that's quite comfortable. So I'm going to set my metronome to 70. And I'm going to play 16th notes, and I'm going to count 100 counts. So each beat becomes one count. So here's an example. I'll just go up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, etc. up to 100. Then I do the same thing with my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Then the next thing to do is play a single stroke roll, again up to 100 counts. For the purpose of this demonstration, I'm just going to count up to 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, etc. up to 100. Then you go up in 4-beat increments. So I've been starting this at 80. I do 80, then 84, and then 85. I tried 92 this morning, and I think that's what burnt out my chops. So 84 is 168 beats per minute, and 88 is 176 beats per minute. But it felt quite natural and easy to do that. So that's one thing that I've added, and that's been a great asset to this practice routine of mine. I should also say that once I settle on a routine, because I'm still trying things, there's a fair bit of trial and error going on here, with the caveat that tension-free practice is really going to have to be the key if I'm going to progress to faster tempos. The other thing I've introduced to this practice routine are some Moller exercises, 2 in particular. So I'm going to demonstrate those slowly and explain what they are. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail because there's a lot of information on YouTube about Moller, and there's a lot of demonstration and certainly detailed explanation of what that is. All you need to do is look for a Jim Chapin video and you'll get a lot of information on the Moller technique. So basically what I'm doing is this. I'm starting off with a group of 3. It looks like this. And what I'm doing is playing a downstroke for my accent, a tap stroke or a drop stroke, and then an upstroke. The upstroke is where I pick the stick back up. So the sequence is 3 notes: downstroke, tap stroke, upstroke. Now I'll start by saying that I'm playing in 3/4. Rather than playing in triplets, I'm playing in 3/4 so that I can maintain that 16th note subdivision. So if I count that for you, it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Here's 170 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then I'll do the same with my left hand. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Then the next step is to interlace those two hands so that we're playing a 16th note single stroke roll, right, left, right, left, right, left. So it's down, down, tap, tap, up, up, down, down, tap, tap, up, up. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And that's what you heard me play at the start of the video. Then the next step is to play a 4-note grouping, which would consist of a downstroke, 2 tap strokes, and an upstroke. So slowly, down, tap, tap, up. I'll play that at 170 with the metronome. So as I'm doing this, all the effort is really going into the downstroke and the upstroke. The 2 tap strokes are a rebound. Then the next step is to play the same thing with the left hand. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm really feeling how burnt out my left hand is today. I really shouldn't have gone so crazy. It's really tired. It's yelling at me to stop. Anyway, the next step is to interlace those two hands again. So we're playing a single stroke roll, which now consists of down, down, tap, 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 up, up, down, down, tap, 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 up, up. Again, 170 beats per minute. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's the new thing I've added to the practice routine since my last video, which was the April update. And as you can tell, I'm still trying to get better at it. It's a slow process, but that's okay. I'm enjoying the process of learning something new, as I always do. So at this point, my routine basically consists of a warm-up, which is the big singles warm-up. Again, I'll leave a link to that video in the description. Then I'll do some single stroke rolls on the dead surface, on the contraption. So I'm going to slow that right down again. So I might actually slow that down to about 124, 125. Again, just being aware of how much strain I'm putting on my muscles. So I'll do that. And then the next thing is that Jojo exercise where, you know, I play 100 counts with the right hand, 100 counts with the left hand, and then 100 counts combined as a single stroke roll. I'm starting that at about 80. I'll do 80, 84, and 88. Once 88 starts to feel comfortable, remember I'm going up in 4-beat increments, then I'll take that up to 92. I tried that this morning. I got about 30 counts in and it was a bit strenuous. And then I'll do the finger control exercise. That was one thing that actually suddenly improved. When I started practicing on the pad and learned to relax, I was doing that at about 188, 190, and it felt good. So I'm really pleased with the way that's going. And continuing now with the Moller exercises, groups of 3, groups of 4, between 170 and 180, depending on how I feel. Today I was doing those at about 180. I even tried 188. But again, just that thing of trying to resist that urge or that temptation to play things too fast and eventually burn out your chops. So I can't, you know, I know I sound like a broken record, but you just got to be pretty kind to your technique and not, you know, not burn yourself out because it happens. Anyway, that's it for this month. I'll let you know in the next month's update how this is all going. And thanks for watching. If you like the video, please hit the like button, share this with your friends and anyone else that you think might be interested. If you haven't already, please subscribe and also hit the notification bell. That way you will know when I've uploaded a video, which is every week. I hope you're all doing well in these crazy times, enjoying the great indoors, and have a great week. Enjoy your practice and achieve goals. See you next time. Bye. Fluff, fluff, fluff. Dog hair. Ah, man, it's terrible. That's terrible. It's not good.